Aretta had had 7 suitors already, all of which had paid sort of bride price. Soon after, the suitors would lose interest of her. She was already the talk of the town, as people thought her parents had turned this bride price paying as a business. Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful woman named Aretta, was the first child of 5 daughters of the Dakarai family. She was stunning beautiful and a very cheerful and kind woman. She didn't have a job, husband, or even a child born out of wedlock. She had suffered a miscarriage from one of her suitors. She constantly suffered abuse for being without a man in her life. Anyone who wasn't married at 30 was being looked at like a person with onion eyes. There must be something very wrong with her. In the village, most girls married at a good ripe age. Aretta remained cheerful and hopeful, believing that nothing was wrong with her, and that she was going to get married and get a good job sooner or later. As long as she didn't give up each time any of her siblings were getting married or a friend, she would help out and work as though it was her own wedding. She was disappointed, but she didn't give up. Her siblings were getting married one by one, but Aretta stood firm. Surely there was going to be a way. What is your problem? I have taken you to various places. I've done everything I was asked to do, still nothing, and the worst part is that you are not bothered at all. Mama, what do you want me to do? At least I sell at the market to take care of myself. Goodwill shall come my way in an overflowing way. I know you might be embarrassed of me because the men just drop me after the introductions or paying the bride pride. Mum, God in His mercy will help me. Leave it to God. The only thing that could happen to me is being unhappy, depressed, or to kill myself. I can't force a man to marry me in his own time. God will settle me. I have cried, I have prayed, and all I can do now is to believe and stay positive, and I know one day God will remember me and make everything perfect for me. Her siblings were blessed with children and even demanded to be respected by Aretta. As they felt special and had big names of their husbands, Aretta would be asked, "What do you know? What experience do you have apart from the bride price paying process?" Some days she'll wet a pillow with tears, but afterwards she will encourage herself and move on. Unkind. Village people would mock her with cruel names. There was a weight of societal expectations and harsh judgments by those around her. She wasn't luck to adhere to the conventional timeline of life's events. Suddenly, fortune came running for Aretta. A handsome guy moved to the village for a business project to stay for some months. He showed interest in Aretta as he always came to buy goods from her market stall. The handsome man was called Makaya. Makaya was kind-hearted and offered give Aretta some money to increase her business. "As I am already in this village working, I am also looking for a wife," said Makaya, "and I think you are the right person for me. I've always wanted a mature lady who's respectful and understanding. I think I see these qualities in you. I would love to be married to a good woman that will respect love and cherish me all the days of my life. I have not known you for a very long time, but you are a good soul. I'm serious," said Makaya. "If you accept, I will see your parents and introduce myself." Aretta was happy and wept. At the same time, she agreed to marry him. He went to see her parents for introductions. The whole village was surprised. Aretta was getting married not just to any man, but one of the richest in the village. The villagers had some doubts whether it was really going to happen. Finally, Makaya and Aretta got married in a beautiful traditional marriage. All her siblings were around. Those who lived abroad came for the wedding. Those who mocked her bowed their heads in shame. After the wedding, Aretta went to the city and lived with her husband. You should never give up on yourself because people has given up on you. Do not lower your standards because of societal pressure. Be yourself. Someone is watching, if not everyone. And one day that person will recommend. God won't come down to help you, but He will use people around to help you. No one can time your life and say, this one is finished. Do not write anybody off. That person who you think has no hope, God will turn around one day and you bow your head in shame. Don't be a source of pain and discouragement to anyone. Rather be a source of happiness and encouragement to people. As long as there is life, there is hope. A living dog is better than a dead lion. There is hope for a tree if it's cut down. One day a shoot will come up and grow into a big tree again. Do not wait to be encouraged. Encourage yourself. Lift your head up and don't wallow in self-pity.